Hello, welcome back to some 1969 APBA baseball. This is game number 80 in my complete season replay. We have the Minnesota Twins in town to visit the Oakland Athletics for a one-game series. Minnesota comes in at 4-1, Oakland 3-3. In real life, Minnesota ended up number 1 in 69, and the Oakland Athletics were number 2. So been a little bit of the Athletics on the channel as they were in my 1960 or 72 Nolan Ryan replay in the last game I put up. I thought this would be an exciting game. On the mound for the Oakland A's is Catfish Hunter. Again, the Oakland A's are just coming into their powerhouse years, 72, 73, and 74. They won the World Series 3 times in a row. Don't know that probably will ever happen again. So they were definitely a dynasty, and a lot of those players were here in the 1969 season. And, of course, the Minnesota Twins, some strong 60s teams. I don't know that they did that great in the 70s, but they did win the first American League West title here in 69 as the leagues were divided up into divisions that I knew growing up. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get the game started. Hunter is a 10, which is a high C, low B. He has a Y modifier. He does have an L, which means he'll give up more than his fair share of home runs. As you can see, he gave up 34 in 247 innings. Again, like the rest of the team, he came into his own in the early 70s. So far, he's 1-0 with a 3 ERA, so he won his first game. All right, leading off for the Twins is Ted Eulander, left-handed hitting center fielder. He is +2, so he'll keep Hunter at a C. He's hitting .286, walked 3 times so far, so here we go. All right. 14, that's going to be lofted out to left field. Hirschberger out there will make the play for the first out of the game. One away for Rod Carew, who didn't play in the last Twins game I broadcast. I believe it was the Twins at the Angels. But he is playing today, hitting .400 so far in 10 at-bats. He, too, will keep Hunter at a C. 61 is a 36, and that's going to be ball 1, as Hunter does not have the W. 35, and that's going to be a 9 on a C. That's popped up on the infield. Sal Bando will call for it and squeeze it for the second out of the inning. So quickly 2 away for the Twins here in the first. So far, again, the Twins are 4-1. The Athletics are 3-3, so this is already an important game, as you don't want the Twins to run off with it already. So Oliva is a +3, so that'll make Hunter a 7, so he'll stay at a C. Tony Oliva is hitting .364 with a home run already. 46, 29, and that's bounced back to the mound, and Hunter will spirit, throw on to Cater for the third out of the inning. So the Twins go in order. Go to the bottom of the first, no score. Pitching for Minnesota will be Jim Cott. He threw a shutout in his first game of the season. This in his second start. He's a 9, which is a high C as well. He has the YZ modifier, so he has a bit more control this year than Catfish Hunter did. Bert Campaneris will lead off for the A's. Cott, a left-handed hitter. Campaneris, a righty, so versus lefties, he's a 0, so Cott will stay at a 9, which is a C. He's hitting 200 with a couple runs driven in so far here in 1969. 64, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Killebrew, who's playing third base, oddly enough, with Craig Nettles in left field. I was a little bit surprised to see that. But again, this is early in Nettles' career, so I guess he found third base later. Hindsight's 20/20, you know. But anyway, Killebrew makes that play for out number 1. Reggie Jackson's hitting 250 with a home run and 5 runs driven in. Also has a double versus lefties. He struggles a bit, so he will add 8, which will be a 17. So that'll improve Cott all the way up to an A. Here is the delivery from Jim Cott. And that's going to be a ground ball hit down to Cardenas. He goes to his left. Fires from behind second base to get Reggie Jackson for the second out of the inning. Two away for Mike Hirschberger, left fielder. He's hitting 231 with a run driven in. He is a 0 versus lefty, so that will move Cott back to a C as in cat. 2 out, nobody on. 23 is a 27, and that's a ground ball down to Killebrew once again. And for the second time this inning, he will successfully throw out the runner to end the inning. So both teams go in order in the first. After 1 here at Oakland Coliseum, no score. Harmon Killebrew will step up to the plate first here in the top of the second. Right-handed hitting third baseman. Again, I was a little surprised he was playing third with Nettles on the team, and also he's not a young man in 69, so I don't think he started out at third. I could be wrong. He's off to a slow start, just hitting 100. He does have a home run and 4 runs driven in. Versus right-handers, he will keep Hunter at a 10, which is a C. Hunter looking into the sign from Dave Duncan, and here is the delivery to Killebrew. And that is hit high, and that is hit deep over the right field fence as Killebrew takes one the opposite way, and he has hit his second home run of the season.
Back, gone.
Got all of that one. Home run number 2. The Twins jump out 1-0. That brings us to Craig Nettles, left-handed hitting left fielder. Versus righties, he's a 0, so Hunter will stay at a 10. So especially in 69, Hunter was susceptible to the long ball, so he give up his first of the year right there to Killebrew. That's 42, and he strikes out swinging. So first strikeout of the day for Hunter. Nettles misses a fastball. Swings right through it. 1 away. Rich Reese playing first base. He had a very good year this year. 322. He's hitting 333, so 1 home run, 4 runs driven in, and a double versus righties. He's a -2, so that will improve Hunter to a B. So Reese, being a lefty, prefers the lefties. 1 out, nobody on. Twins up by 1 here in the second. That's a fly ball hit out to left center field. Hirschberger will wave off Monday and take it for the second out of the inning. So there's 2 away. Leo Cardenas, shortstop versus righties. Hunter will stay a C. 2 out, nobody on. Cardenas hitting 238 here in the early going. 25 is an 8, and with a C, that's going to be a line drive to left center. That'll drop. And again, Hirschberger will field it and throw it in. Runner on first, 2 out. Cardenas has average running ability. That brings up the 8th hitter, George Mitterwald. the catcher. He's hitting .235 with a double. Versus right-handed pitching, he's -3, so that'll make a 13 B as in boy out of Hunter. 1 out, or 2 out rather. 1 on runner on first. Leo Cardenas with average speed, 63, and he strikes out swinging. So Hunter throws a nice change up there. Mitterwald out on his front foot, not able to adjust, and he goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Hunter, and that'll do it. That'll do it for the Twins. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the second. Minnesota up by 1. We got 4, 5, and 6 scheduled up for Oakland. All right, leading off will be Sal Bando. Versus left-handed pitching, he will knock him down 4, which is enough to knock Cott down to a D in this at bat. Bando hitting 182 with a home run, 5 runs driven in. Little slow there on the average for starters. 26, but that's a ground ball down to the third baseman Killebrew, who's been busy so far. And once again, he will make the play successfully for the third out, or the first out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout, 1 away. Danny Cater, right-handed hitting first baseman, hitting .208 with an RBI. +1, that'll be 8, so that'll be a C for Cott. .25 is an 8, and that's going to be a line drive just out of the reach of Cardenas. Once again, Nettles will field it and throw it in. First hit of the day for the Athletics. Cater is slow, so they will play it safe with 1 out. Second baseman Dick Green up next, .263 with a home run, 3 runs driven in. 1 out. Cott will stay a C on this one. Here is the delivery. And he gets a hold of one. Cott hangs a changeup that didn't fool Green. 56 is a 6 and a C. So we're playing it safe. So that's going to be a ground ball hit the other way down the first base line. Oliva will track it down into the corner of the bullpen. And they're going to hold Cater up at third. So get Green in with his first double of the season. And the Athletics are threatening here in the second. So Green has average running ability. Rick Monday will step up to the plate next. The Twins are going to play back. They're ahead by 1 early in the game here. See if they can keep them from getting a big inning. Versus left-handers, Monday struggles a bit, so that will add 9, which will make an 18A as an apple for Cott. Again, infield back. They're not going to play it safe. So with 1 out, again, they're going to play a little bit more aggressive here. Possibly get thrown out on a fly ball. Cater might. But so got Cater at third, Green at second. 1 out, Rick Monday hitting .250 so far. 12 is a 25. They are a 2. So 25, that's a line drive to the second baseman, Carew. And he will fire to Cardenas, who snuck in behind Green for a double play. So how about that? Green not paying attention. Got too far off first base, and Carew with a nice play at second. Was able to get it to Cardenas in time for the double play. So that'll do it. So that's a rally killer. All right, so that's a line out. Green at second is out, so line out 4, 4 to 6. 4-6. And now 4 double play. And green out, 4-6. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave a runner on. We've played 2 here in Oakland, 1-0 Minnesota. Nine, 1, and 2 scheduled for Minnesota here in the third. Jim Cott, left-handed hitter, as well as a left-handed pitcher, will step in first. He will make a B out of Hunter. Here is the delivery. 16, that's a ground ball to short. Campaneris will set and throw with plenty of time. Out number 1, as the pitcher wasn't running as hard as he possibly could. 1 away. Gives the Shoelander. He flew out to left in his first effort of the game. +2, -2, that's an 8. So Hunter will be a C. 51 is a 9, and that's popped up on the infield. Over toward the mound, Bando will wave everyone off as Hunter will get out of the way. That's out number 2. So P5. Rod Carew will step in, 2 out, nobody on. And he will make a 8C out of Hunter. Here is the delivery from Rod Carew from Panama. He's a 15, and that's going to be a single out to left field. Hirschberger will play it on a couple of hops, and Rod Carew will be on with a 2-out single. That brings up Tony Oliva. So the first pitch to Oliva is going to be a strike on the outside corner. Rod Carew is going to take off. Here's the throw from Duncan, and he is in safe with his first stolen base of the year. So Rod Carew trying to get something happening here. Singles and steals second. Two out, runner on second. Rod Carew is fast. Tony Oliva with 1 strike on him. We'll see if he can drive him home. Versus righties, he's a +3, so that's a -3. So that'll keep Hunter at a C. Oliva grounded out to Cater to end the first. 31 is an 8 on a C, and that's a single out over second base. Carew will score. So Tony Oliva puts the Twins up by 2 with his second RBI of the year. So the stolen base paid off. And Oliva is fast, so he'll be on first with 2 out. RBI single by Oliva. That gives us Harmon Killebrew. He had a home run his first effort of the game. Again, he will keep Hunter at a C. 35 is a 39. And Oliva's going to take off. And here is the peg from Duncan. And he nails him. So the Twins trying to go to the well one time too many, as Oliva is gunned down by Duncan to end the inning. Caught stealing 2-4. That'll bring Killebrew up the next inning. So 2-4, 3. So they get a run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave nobody on. We go to the bottom of the third. Minnesota now up by 2. We got 8, 9, and 1 due up for Oakland here in the third. Dave Duncan, the Oakland catcher. He is 0 for 8 so far this season versus lefties. He's a -6. So that will make a 15 B as in boy for Cott. Here is the delivery. 16. That's a little two-hopper down to Cardenas. He will charge to get the nice short hop. Fire on to Reese. One away. That brings Catfish Hunter to the plate. Catfish, not a bad hand with the bat, as you can see there. 224 with a home run and 9 runs driven in. +2, 7, so that'll make a C for Cott. 25 is a 9 on a C, and that's popped up on the infield. Actually a little bit deeper out into shallow left field, actually, but Killebrew will wave everyone off and say that he gets it, and he will get it. The second out of the inning. So 2 out for Bert Campaneris. Lefty's a 0, so that'll still be a C for Cott. 21, 32, and that's a line drive hit out to right center field. Oliva on the run will make the backhanded catch for out number 3. So they go in order in the third. After 3, the A's down by 2. All right, 4, 5, and 6 due up for Oakland, or for Minnesota rather, in the 4th. Killebrew was up to bat when Oliva was gunned down trying to steal to end the 3rd. Again, Killebrew has a home run today versus right-handed pitching. He keeps Hunter at a C. 54, and that's a fly ball out to Reggie Jackson, hit a mile high. Jackson waits for it to come down, and he will squeeze it with 2 hands, as they did in those days, for out number 1. Craig Nettles, he struck out in his first at bat. A 0, so Hunter will be a C still. 32, and that's a ground ball to Green at second base. He will fire on to Cater for the second out of the inning. Quickly 2 away here in the 4th. For Rich Reese, -2 +2, that'll be a 12. So Hunter will be a B as in boy on this at bat. And 35, that's going to be a ground ball down to Cater. Hit pretty hard, but Cater's right there, and he waves off Hunter, takes it to the bag himself to end the inning. So the Twins go in order in the 4th. We go to the home half of the 4th. Minnesota Twins 2, Oakland A's nothing. All right, Reggie Jackson. We got 2, 3, and 4 scheduled up for the Athletics in the 4th. Jackson grounded out to short in his first at bat back in the 1st. Again, struggles versus lefties a little bit, so that will make an A out of Cott. Here is the pitch from Reggie Jackson from Pennsylvania, 46, and he strikes out swinging. So as you can see there, Jackson struck out a few times in 69. And that's going to be his 5th one so far in the replay. 1 away. Nice fastball on the inside corner. Lefty versus lefty, so Reggie at a bit of a disadvantage there. Cott blows it by him. 1 away. Hirschberger, who's a right-handed hitter versus lefties. He will keep Cott at a C, as Hirschberger hits lefties a little better than right-handed pitching. 35, but he strikes out this time looking. So Cott with a big sweeping curve, and Hirschberger didn't think it'd break that far, and it did, and he is the 2nd strikeout victim for Cott today, as he's got both of his strikeouts here back-to-back in the 4th. 2 out, nobody on for Sal Bando. +4, -4, that'll make a D as in dog, as Bando hits the lefties very well. Here is the delivery from Cott. 2 out, nobody on. And that's going to be a single over short. So he parts Cardenas and Killebrew. Nettles will bend down and scoop it up and throw it in. Bando with a 2-out single. Okay. It gives Danny Cater a chance to keep the rally going. Versus left-handers, he's a +1, so that's a -1. So that'll be a C for Cott. He singled and got as far as third base in the second inning. 2 out. Bando on first. 52 is a 27, and that's hit down. Actually, yep, that's hit down to Killebrew. He'll go the long way to Reese to end the inning. So again, Killebrew getting his work over there, but so far he has been up to the task. 5-3 on the putout. No runs, a hit, no errors. They leave a runner on. We go to the fifth, still 2-0 Minnesota. Bottom of the lineup scheduled for the Twins here in the fifth. 7, 8, 9. Leo Cardenas, righty versus righty. He singled in his first at bat. Versus right-handed pitching, he's a 0. So Hunter rather will stay at a C. Cardenas from Cuba. 16, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Campaneris. He backhands it in the hole, makes the long throw, strong throw, and gets Cardenas by a step. Cardenas, decent hand to run, or maybe a foot to run. Is the first out of the inning. Mitterwald, who's not very good at running, will be up next. He struck out in his first at bat. +3, so he'll make a B out of Hunter. 1 out, nobody on. 41, and that's a hard ground ball down to Cardenas. He's played perfectly, and that one about eat him up, but he makes a nice play on it and throws out Mitterwald with plenty of time to spare. 2 away. Jim Cott, he grounded out to short himself to lead off the third. Versus righties, he's a +4, -4, 6, so that'll make a C out of Hunter. Again, Cott not a bad hand to hit either. 207, 2 home runs, 10 runs driven in, 8 doubles, so Cott no sloucher with the bat. 23, 29, but that's going to be a bouncer back to the mound, and Hunter will field it and throw him out to end the inning. So for the second inning in a row, the Twins go in order, but they still hold on to a 2-run lead. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-0 Twins. Dick Green, the Oakland second baseman, will step in first. He is 1 for 1 with a double, hit his first double, but then was doubled up off a second on a line drive by Rick Monday. Versus left-handers is 0, so Cott will stay a 9. C as in cat. 51-9 on a C, and that's popped up. That's going to be down the third base line. Killebrew coming in. Mitterwald there, and Cardenas there, but Killebrew will call it for the first out of the inning. So Killebrew is just a busy man at third base. But again, he's been up to the task every time. So 1 out. Rick Monday lined into that double play. Versus lefties, -9. He's making A as in apple. As Monday, being a lefty, prefers the right-handed pitchers. But he gets one here he can hit. 53, and that's going to be a line drive out into the right center field gap. Ulander will chase it down just short of the wall. It stops at the warning track, but Monday with good speed will be into second with a stand-up double, his first of the season. So the A's are getting something going here in the third, or the fifth. Runner on second. Monday with fast speed. So that brings up Dave Duncan versus left-handers. He's -6 + 6, 15. That'll make a B. 1 out. Rick Monday on second with good speed. 51 is a 38 with it on a 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cardenas. And Monday's going to hold, but Cardenas is not able to make the play. So one base error on Cardenas will put him on first and second. E6. See, those are the kind of things that I really like about APBA, is that most games, if you have a one base error, the runner, if there's a runner on second, he's going to advance to third every single time. So if they were 2 outs, he would have advanced, but he, as it is, because the play was hit in front of him, Monday held on at second. So that's, again, kind of a rare play. It's an unusual play. It's a different variation of a play that, for me, makes this game a lot of fun and interesting. So anyway, first and second. That's an error by Cardenas. So 1 out, and that brings us to Hunter. They're going to let him hit away again because he's not a bad hand to hit. Duncan is slow, so they will play it safe with Duncan. Business as usual with Monday. Hunter trying to help himself versus lefties is a +2. That's -2. So Cott will be a B as in boy. Here is the pitch. Oakland trying to even this up at 65-35. They are 2. And that's going to be popped up back in foul ground. Mitterwald will head back to the screen, and he'll have room to put it away for the second out of the innings. Big out for Cott there, as Hunter fouls out to the catcher. 2 away. So 2 out, runners on first and second for Bert Campaneris. He will keep Cott at his C. 2 out. With 2 outs, they're going to go ahead and not play it safe with Duncan. So we'll be a little bit more aggressive. Well, we're going to do it. Even though he's the tying run, he's going to be a bit aggressive here. 26 is a 29, and that's going to be a bouncer back to the pitcher. Hit hard, but caught with good. I believe he won a few gold gloves, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But at any rate, he was a gold glove on that play as he stabs Campaneris' hard grounder, and that will do it. On to 3 on the putout. So the A's threaten and come up empty. No runs, a hit, an error, 2 runners left. We go to the 6th, still 2-0 Twins. Top of the order for the Twins here in the 6th. Eulander is 0 for 2. Versus righties, +2, -2. Hunter will be a B. Oh, actually, that's minus. I'm sorry, he won't be. +2, that's -2. That'll make him an 8, so he'll be a C. Sometimes that opposite can throw you. You got to stay focused. 46, and there's another ground ball back to the mound. Hunter is able to make that play as well for out number 1. That was just a little nubber, and so Hunter had to come off the mound to get that one, but still up to the challenge for out number 1. Rod Carew is 1 for 2, has his first stolen base of the season. +2, -2, that'll be a C for Hunter. 26, and he strikes out swinging. So Hunter with a nice fastball. Carew not up to the task on that pitch. Strikeout number 3 for Catfish today, 2 away. Tony Oliva, and Hunter will be a B on this one. Oliva's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Caught stealing in the 3rd. 61 is a 40, and that's going to be a foul ball. 32, and that's going to be a hard grounder down to Green at second. He makes a nice play, sets and throws to retire the side. So Hunter's in a groove as he's retired the last 9 he has faced. go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Minnesota. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for the A's. Reggie Jackson's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. -8 + 8, 17. Cut will be a B. Oh, that's 35. That's going to be a hard grounder down to Reese, and he will wave off Cott, take it himself, 1 away. Hirschberger's 0 for 2. Cut will be a C on this one. 15, that's a 9. That's popped up on the infield. And our man Killebrew is there to take it once again for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 away, nobody on for Sal Bando. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. We have a day game here in Oakland. If I hadn't have said that, we have great weather for baseball. 2,381 Oaklandites here on hand for this Tuesday afternoon ball game. This is the only game of the series. I'm not for sure if there was a rainout or if it was just scheduled that way. So this is the first time these two teams will face off, but the only time in this particular series. Let's see. Wednesday, Oakland will host the Angels, and the Twins go to Seattle to take on the Pilots. So it looked like it was a rain out, so just a one game series. So all right, +4, -4. That'll make Cott a D. Again, Bando likes the left-handed pitchers. 15, 8. And that's a single to left center. So the 2nd hit today for Sal Bando as he's getting his average up to where it should be with a 2 for 3 day. So he's average. He's on first. There's 2 out. Danny Cater, who is 1 for 2. We'll see what he can do here as far as continuing the 2-out rally. +1, -1, 8. Cott will be a C. Here is the delivery. 15 is an 8 on a C, and that's going to be a single to center field. Bando going on contact. He'll make it to 3rd, and Ulander will throw it into 2nd as the A's have him on the corners and 2 outs. 2nd hit today for Cater. Cater is slow. Bando is average. And that brings Dick Green to the plate. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Versus lefties. Cott will stay a C as in cat. Cater, they're going to do business as usual, not play it safe with 2 outs, so they're going to be a little bit more aggressive here. He is the tying run, so that may or may not be a good strategy. We will see. 64, 12. They are a 2. And that is going to be a hard grounder down to Reese. He fields it in the hole. Nice play. And he will flip to Cott to end the inning. So once again, the A's threaten and come up empty. So let's see. He's out. He stays. He stays. And he's out 3-1. No runs, 2 base hits, no errors. They leave 2 on. They've left on a grand total of 6 today. The Athletics have. We go to the top of the 7th. The Minnesota Twins 2. The Oakland A's nothing. So Cott pitching a good game. Again, he has a shutout to his credit, and he's working on another one here this afternoon. Killebrew will start off the festivities here in the top of the 7th. He has a home run to his credit today. Versus right-handers a 0, so Hunter will stay a C. Again, Killebrew started off with a pretty good slump, but the last couple games he's been kind of coming out of it. 32, and that's ground ball down to Green at 2nd base, and he will make the play for the 1st out of the inning. Killebrew takes the fastball the other way, but Green is there. to retire him, 1 away. Craig Nettles is 0 for 2. Hunter will stay a C. 22, and that's going to be a little blooper out over Campaneris, and he will not get to it. It's going to drop in no man's land there. Hunter jammed Nettles with a nice fastball, but Nettles able to be strong enough to get it out over the infield for a base hit. Hit number 5 today for the Twins. 1 out. Nettles on first. Nettles is average in his running acumen. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but it'll work. Rich Reese will step into the left-handed batter's box. He is 0 for 2 versus right-handed pitching, -2, +2, so he'll make a B as in boy out of Hunter. Of course, Hunter trying to keep the athletic deficit to 2 if at all possible. There's a little bit of action going on in the Oakland A's bullpen just in case he's not able to do that. And he's not. He hangs one to Reese. Again, Reese had a very good year offensively. 51-6, and that's going to be a line drive over the head of Green, and he hit that one hard. Let's see. Make sure I got that right here. 51. It's a 6. He's a B. Actually, that's going to be a hard double down the line. So Jackson will play it down in the corner among the bullpen. Let's see, and he'll just make it to third. They're going to hold Nettles up. If he was fast, he would have scored, but that's going to be the second double of the season for Reese. And with 1 out, the Twins have him on second and third. Double number 2 with the Minnesota first baseman. So they're going to bring the infield in. Now let's see, Reese is average. We've got 2 yellows there on the bases. Leo Cardenas, we'll see if he can drive these guys home. Righty is a 0, so he'll stay a C. Infield in, runners on second and third, 1 out. 43 is a 29. Let's see, they are a 2, so I think that's hit back to the mound. It is, and Hunter will look Nettles back. Throw out Cardenas for the important second out. That was a big out there. Cardenas not able to move anybody up as he hits one back to the box. So 2 out. Infield will go back to normal play depth here for Mitterwald. First base open. You could pitch to intentionally walk him to get to Cott. However, as we've already pointed out earlier, Cott is no slouch at the plate. I think they're going to go ahead and take their chances with Mitterwald. Because again, it's not that great of an advantage to face Cott because he could hit 2. So versus righties is -3, +3. Hunter will be a B as in boy. Oakland faithful holding their breath, just hoping Hunter can get out of this pickle. 34, and I believe he does. That's fly ball out to center field. And Rick Monday, who is a fine fielder, will track that one down to end the inning. So nice job by Hunter. So pitched a good game, not pitching as good as Cott, but he's pitched a good game. So 7th inning stretch time here in Oakland. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Twins leave a couple on. Trivia question is, which hand did Rick Honeycutt throw with? Rick Honeycutt. I'm not for sure. I'm going to say lefty, but I'm thinking righty. Nope, left-handed. Rick Honeycutt was a lefty. So I'm not going to give myself credit for that one because I wasn't terribly confident in my answer. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. The A's have the bottom of the lineup due up. Rick Monday is 1 for 2. He has a double, his first double of the year to his credit. Again, not great versus lefties. 19-18, that'll make an A out of Cott. 22, and that's going to be a line drive to left field, or to right field, I mean, as Monday pulls an inside fastball and he gets his second hit. So not great against lefties, but he's having no trouble with Cott today, as he leads off the 7th with a base hit, and that brings the tying run to the plate in Duncan. Monday is fast. Duncan versus lefties is a -6, +6 is a 15, so that'll make a B for Cott. Let's see, he doesn't appear to be a great hitting runner, so we'll just let him swing away. He's 0 for 10 to start the season. Not off to a great start. 25 is a 14. Cott has the Z, so that's 2 balls. So Cott with good control. Doesn't walk him. He's going to try again. 12's a 25. They are 2. That could be trouble, and it is. He hits it down to Rod Carew, who flips on to Cardenas, over to Reese, avoiding Monday with a nice slide, but still not able to break it up. And that's a 4-6-3 double play. So that hurts. Ground out. 4-6-3. So again, Hunter's pitching a good game, and he can hit. So we're going to go ahead and let him hit away here with 2 out, nobody on. +2, -2, that'll make Cott a C. So far, Hunter's 0 for 2. He fouled out back in the 5th with a couple runners on. Nobody on here this time. 51 is a 9 on a C, and that's popped up to you-know-who. Killebrew makes the play in the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 8th. Still 2-0 Minnesota. Jim Cott will lead off things for the Twins here in the top of the 8th. He's 0 for 2. Versus righties is a +4, -4 is a 6, so Hunter will be a C. 16, that's a ground ball down to the shortstop Campaneris, and he will make the play, 1 away. One out for Eulander. +2, -2. Hunter will be a C on this at bat. 26, and that's hit down to Bando. He fields it in the hole and fires on Decatur for 2nd out of the inning. Nice job by Bando there to make that play. 5-3. Bando is a 5, so that's fielding column 1 rating, so he's a good hand to play third base according to the APBA Brain Trust. Rod Carew will step up next. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. +2, -2. Hunter will be a C as in cat. 14, and that's a line drive hit out to Hirschberger. So Carew with good wood on it, but hit right at the left fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. Go to the bottom of the 8th. The A's still down by 2. They have the top of the lineup to face Cott here in the bottom of the 8th. Campaneris is 0 for 3 so far. Versus left-handed pitching is a 0, so Cott will stay a C. Here is the delivery. And that's going to be hit down to the 3rd baseman, Killebrew. Hit hard, but Killebrew will make a nice play and throw out Campaneris with a step to spare. 1 out. Reggie Jackson's 0 for 3. -8, +8, 17. That's an A for Cott. Again, Jackson prefers the right-handed pitchers. But Monday does, and he's had a good game. 44, and he gets one that he can handle. Let's see what he does with it. 44, and that's a 1. Cott has no adjustment, so Reggie Jackson hits one high, and he hits it deep.
Back, gone.
And he has cut the lead in half. His second home run, 6th run driven in. So Reggie got a hold of one there. And the A's are down by 1. So that'll get some activity going in the Minnesota Minnesota bullpen. Hirschberger versus left-handers is a 0, so that'll be a C for Cott. Hirschberger is 0 for 3. 43, and that's going to be a line drive. Cott knocks it down, picks it up, and throws on to first for out number 2. So nice reflexes once again by Cott. He will retire him 1-3. Sal Bando will step into the right-hander's batter's box. He's 2 for 3 today. Lefty's a +4, -4. That's a 5. So he will make Cott a Diaz and dog. 34, and that's a high fly ball. Hit out to deep center field, but I think Eulander will have room, and he does, and that will retire the side. So just a long out there. But they do get a run. So there goes Cott's second shutout in a row. And Reggie Jackson's second home run of the season. We go to the 9th. It is now 2-1. So Athletics making it interesting. 3, 4, and 5 scheduled up for Minnesota in the 9th. Tony Oliva's 1 for 3 with an RBI. +3, -3, 7. So Hunter will be a C. Both bullpens have activity up and going just in case they're needed here. 61 is a 40, and that's going to be a foul ball. 43 is a 29, and that's going to be a little nubber up toward the mound. Hunter will come off the mound, and he will scoop it up and throw on Decatur and gets Oliva by a half a step, maybe a quarter of a step. Nice play by Hunter. 1 away. Killebrew's got a home run to his credit today versus righties is a 0. And so that'll keep a C for Hunter. 56, 34. There are 2, and that's go Y. So that's going to be a strikeout looking. So Hunter with a big curve buckled Killebrew's knees, and he will head back to the dugout with a strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for Catfish. As Killebrew goes down looking for out number 2, Craig Nettles. Hunter will be a C. Nettles is 1 for 3. 21 is a 32, and that's hit hard out to Jackson, but he is positioned perfectly, and he will snag it for the 3rd out of the inning. So here we go to the bottom of the 9th. As the Twins go in order, so Catfish Hunter has done a good job of keeping the deficit to 1. Let's see if the Oakland offense can take advantage. So Jim Cott will start off with Danny Cater. Cater is 2 for 3 this afternoon versus lefties is a +1, -1, so he'll be a C. Cater 2 for 3. Here is the pitch. Uh-oh, that's a 11-6. He is a C. And that's going to be a high drive out to right center field. That's going to be off the wall. Danny Cater will be into second with a stand-up double. His second double of the season. So we're going to have to maybe look at the bullpen here. Cater is slow. So he's got the red token, so let me pause it and do some figuring. Okay, Hank Bauer, the Oakland manager, brings in Blue Moon Odom, the pitcher, to pinch run. At second base, he is fast. So Odom is pinch running, and then Billy Martin, the Minnesota manager, brings on Paranowski. He had 31 saves, so they did have a closer. So he is an A with no other modifiers. He has an 18 on his master grade. So Blue Moon Odom is on second. Pinch running for Danny Cater. There's nobody out. Dick Green is up. Wonder if they would lay down a bunt here. You got Monday up next, which is a lefty. He's having a good day, but he's not great against lefties. I think they're going to let him hit away. So Dick Green's going to hit away versus left-handers. He's a 0, so that will keep Paranowski at an A as in apple. Oakland here with an opportunity to tie it up. Tying run at second base and Blue Moon Odom. Green is in the right hand of his batter's box waiting for Paranowski's delivery. 65, that's a 35. There are 2. And runner on second. 35, that's popped up in foul ground. Lots of room here in Oakland, and Killebrew will get to it for the first out of the inning. So foul out to Killebrew for out number 1. So big first out there for Paranowski. 1 away. Pop out 5, 1, or foul out rather, 5. Yep. That's in my scorebook, all the pieces. Let's try that again. I use these things a lot. I love them. There's many wipeouts. They're just perfect. Just like that. Erase my mistakes, which happens a lot. So let's see. Let's look at strats and see if Monday played a lot. Yeah, he was 36% versus left-handed pitchers, so they didn't take him out much. So they're going to let him hit away versus a lefty. He's -9, +9's a 27. So that's an A and B. So here's Rick Monday. Paranowski. 36 is a 33. There are 2. That's popped up on the infield. Cardenas calls for it. Out number 2. So you might question Bauer's decision not to pinch hit for Monday there. He went with his center fielder, and he came up empty, so that brings us to Dave Duncan. Dave Duncan will face Paranowski versus, he doesn't face lefties much either. Let me see here. Let's look at the box score just to see if they did much pinch hitting here as the Oakland Athletics. They actually did. They pinch hit Raymond Webster for Duncan. So let's see what Webster looks like. Raymond Webster's a left-handed hitter. They probably didn't have Paranowski in. Yeah, Cott was still pitching. Interesting. Well, I'm not gonna use their pinch hitter. So let me see who their main right-handed pinch hitter was. It looks like it was Bob Johnson. He wasn't with the team yet. Then you got Tommy Reynolds. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to go with Tommy Reynolds to pinch hit for Duncan. So, right-hander Tommy Reynolds. So you got pinch hit. So that's it for Duncan. Tom Reynolds. This will be, he's 0 for 1 so far. From Arizona, Louisiana. Now, of course, Billy Martin could intentionally walk him and get to the pitcher to see what they might do. Let's see, Reynolds is fast. Blue Moon Odom still at second, 2 out. I think they're going to go ahead and try their hand with Reynolds here and see what happens versus lefties. He's a -1, +1, 19. Paranowski's in the A, 2 outs. Odom at second. Here is the pitch. 33 is a 7 on an A. with a runner on second, and that's a single to right. The runner scores. So how about that? So Tommy Reynolds drives in Blue Moon Odom. We have a tie ball game. RBI single. Reynolds is fast. 2 out. Okay, let's see what the A's have in their bullpen. So they've got a decent bullpen. Raleigh Fingers and Jim Rowland. Marcel Latchman. I think that's how you pronounce that. Kraus. See who they got. If they got any righties in the bull or Roof. Not sick. I think they're going to let Hunter hit. See what he can do. Again, he's not a bad hitter and might get an inning or two more out of him. This is 1969 after all. So it's one thing when you're doing these games, it's especially when you're managing both teams, it can get hard to kind of know if, I try to do what I think the manager will do, but again, that's not an exact science. So all right, versus the lefty, he's +2, -2 is 16, so that's still an A. You got Reynolds on first, who is fast, 42, and that's going to be a strikeout swinging. So Peronowski not able to save it. That'll be a blown save. And he strikes out Hunter to end the inning. Now we got to find a new catcher. For the A's. Let me pause that while I do that. All right, Webster is in to play first, and then Phil Roof is in to catch. That will improve the A's infield. The overall defense already was a 1, but this will improve their infield to a 1 as Roof is 1 better than the previous catcher, and Webster is the same as the previous first baseman. So that will improve the Oakland defense. So leading off here in the 10th for the Twins will be Rich Reese versus a righty. He's a -2, +2 is a 12, so he'll be a B. Hunter will. Again, Oakland manager trying to see if Hunter can pick up the win. 35 is a 9 on a B, and that's going to be, I'm on the wrong chart here. That's going to be a single over short, just out of Campaneris' reach, and Reese is on with a single. So again, as you can see there, Reese had a good year. So he's having a good game as well. So he's on first. His second base hit had a double his last at bat. He's average speed. Leo Cardenas, who's a decent bunter. He's also a good hitter. So I think they're going to let him hit away. So you got Reese at first. Cardenas versus a right-handed pitcher is a 0. So that will keep Hunter at a C as in cat. 31 is a 9. And runner on first with a C. That's a ground ball down to third. Slow roller. Bando can only go to first, and he does to retire Cardenas for out number 1. Out goes 5-3 as Reese makes it to second, 1 out. So that works the same as a sacrifice bunt. That gives us Mitterwald versus righties a -3, +3 is a 13, so that'll make Hunter a B. 21, and he strikes out swinging. So again, after the third inning, Hunter has done a great job of blanking the blanking the Twins. That's strikeout number 2. So now we got to see what we're going to do about Paranowski. So we'll pause it and do some figuring here. I think Paranowski's not a great hitter, so we want to see who else they have in the bullpen. I'll just go ahead and do that real quick. So the Twins. So Paranowski is their closer. Looks like they've got Bob Miller. They got some decent guys in the pen. There's 2 out and running. Yeah, you almost have to pinch hit here with a runner on second. So let's see who they've got in the. Got Charlie Manuel, Roseboro. Yeah, they'll go with John Roseboro to pinch hit here. So, John Roseboro, the former Dodger catcher, who was hit in the head with a bat by Juan Marichal. A pinch hit. He's a lefty. He is 1 for 3 with a stolen base already this year from Ashland, Ohio. So versus right-handers, he's a +2. That would be -2 is an 8. So that will make Hunter a C. So they're going to let Hunter do his job here. Again, they much more likely to go with people here back in these days. So let's see what happens. 53 is a 20. That's the second baseman, who is an 8. That's going to be a single, but Reese is only going to make it to third. So that may have been an infield single. I think Green knocked it down. Roseboro will be on with the infield single, and they got him on the corners. Green did a good job of saving a run. So that brings us Uhlaender. So you got Reese at first, Roseboro, who is average, on first with the infield single. 2 out. Let's see if the A's got any left-handed pitching here. That so they got Roland. Uhlaender looks like he was 22% versus lefties. I think they're going to let Hunter win or lose it. Again, he pitched 247 innings. He had 10 complete games, so they're going to see if he can take care of business here. Because if they bring in the lefty, then they very well could pinch hit, and they got Cesar Tovar, Bobby Allison, or Bob Allison, that is. Bobby Allison was a race car driver. So they're going to go ahead and go with what we got here. So versus righty, he's a +2, -2 is an 8, so he's a C. Here is the pitch. 53 is a 17. That's the right fielder, and unfortunately Jackson is a 1. So a 17, that's going to drop for a single. 1 run scores. The other to second. The other scores and batter to second on wild throw, error by the right fielder. So single to right. 1 runner scores. The other to second. And then the other scores and the batter to second on a wild throw. So that's not good. So that'll drop as Jackson's not able to get it. Single. So he'll end up, Uhlaender will end, let's see, that's actually a single and an error. Single. Oh, there he is, single and error. He goes to second. Roseboro will end up scoring. That's an E9. So that's, and Catfish is tired, according to Strat. So that was costly. So Roseboro will score. He had an infield single. Uhlaender will end up at second. He has a single and 1 RBI, and then made it to second on the E9. That's the first error by the A's. So, Rod Carew with Eulander at second. Eulander is fast. And it may be too late now, but they're going to go ahead and bring in let's see, who are they going to bring in? I've forgotten. Let's see who they had. Roland. So they don't have Roland yet, so he's not an option. So they do have Grisenda. He's available and not horrible. So they'll go ahead and see. They're bringing. Yeah, they got Roland. I was looking at the wrong team. So they'll bring in Roland to face Carew. There's Roland. So you got Jim Roland. And I'm going to pause it so I can do my scorebook and everything. Okay, so Roland's on the mound. Eulander at second. Rod Carew versus lefties is a -8. That he's a 19, so that'll be a 27. So that'll be an A and a B. Here is the delivery. 22 is a 7. Let's see. 7 is going with a runner on second. It doesn't matter if you're an A or B or not. Rod Carew's going to drive him home. So bringing in the lefty didn't work either. So Rod Carew with an RBI single. Eulander will score, and it's 5-2 Minnesota. So Tony Oliva. Rod Carew is fast, so he's on first. We got runner on first, 2 out, 3 runs in, -8, and that'll be an A and a B for Oliva. And Roland, 61 is a 40. They're a 1. And Rod Carew's going to try to steal, and he gets gunned down. So Rod Carew thought he could get it, and Roof throws him out. Caught stealing 2-6. And that'll do it. Twins get 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. They leave 1 runner on. We go to the bottom of the 10th. It is 5-2 Minnesota. So Minnesota's got to find a pitcher. Let's see. Minnesota. So Peranowski again was their main save guy. They do have Bob Miller. Let's see who the A's. They got mostly righty, so they'll go with Bob Miller. Try to close this out. As Peranowski was not able to save it in the 9th. So Bob Miller is a righty. Bob Miller. There he is from St. Louis, Missouri. He's a B and a Z. An 11, which is a low B. He doesn't have a home run modifier. All right, so he'll got the top of the Oakland lineup. Bert Campaneris versus a righty is a -2. That's a +2, so that'll keep Miller at a B. Campaneris is 0 for 4. Let me get back to my screen so I can see, make sure everything's in order. So right off the bat, he hangs one to Campaneris. 66-1, and it's gone. So how about that? Campaneris with his first home run of the year. it's 5-3.
Back, ball.
Bert Campaneris with a solo shot. That brings up Reggie Jackson, who's got a home run today. Versus righties is a +3. So that's a -3. Will knock him down to a C. Miller has a win already this year. 15 and 8 on a C, and that's a single to left center field. So Jackson goes the other way. That brings the tying run to the plate. So Jackson is fast. Runner on first. Hirschberger is 0 for 4 this afternoon. -3 +3, that's a 14, so Miller will be a B. '21 is a 32, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Tony Oliva. He will field it, and Jackson will head back to first, 1 away. So Sal Bando is up next. He will make Miller a B. Got 1 out, runner on first. 23 is a 26. Crew is an 8, which is column 1. So that's a hit up the middle. Crew with a nice stop, and he'll go to Cardenas. Reggie Jackson with a nice slide takes out Cardenas, and he breaks up the double play. So they'll just get the 1 on the 4-6 fielder's choice. And there's 2 away. The A's down to their last bat. Bando is average at first, and that brings up Webster, who came in to play first. It's Raymond Webster. He is a lefty, and he is average speed. Versus a right-hander's a -1, so that's a +1, 12. That'll be a B for Miller. So Miller trying to wrap up the save. 56 is a 34. There are 2. He is not a Y, so that's pumped up on the infield. Cardenas will call for it and take it to end the inning. So the A's made a valiant effort, but come up short. So we'll look at our box score. So I know it's kind of early, but the A's sort of needed this one. So the Twins improved to 5-1 right off the bat. In real life, the Twins won this game 5-4, but they were 2-4. The A's are 3-4, which is what they were in real life. So the Twins are again won this division, and they are already out to a two game lead. And so it looks like the win goes to Peranowski, even though he had his second blown save. He goes to 1-1. Miller for the Twins gets his first save of the season. The loss goes to Catfish Hunter. So Oakland fans might debate whether Hank Bauer should have left Hunter in the 10th. But second guessing is part of baseball and part of the fun. So as usual, any comments, feel free to chime in. You know, this is a lot of fun, but when you're managing 2 teams, trying to, I'm not really outguessing myself. I'm trying to figure out what each manager would do. And when you've got options, especially on a game like this, where it's close at the end and, that chess match, especially when you have the pitchers hitting, is a lot of fun. And but when you have just one guy doing both teams, you kind of have to try to do the best you can to make it realistic and do what you think they would do, and then plan ahead like you think they would. So, sometimes you get it right and sometimes maybe not. But, again, I felt pretty good about the decisions. I think they were definitely within the realm of possibility. So, at any rate, Hunter takes the loss to fall to 1-1. So there you have it from Oakland Coliseum, a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Unfortunately, the home team comes up empty, disappointing the hometown fans. And I'll see you next time